It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
I see dead people.
Hot shit. Here's Johnny.
Stop.
We have such sights to show you.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Fuck you too.
Oh, you don't need to wear your headset just yet.
Oh, okay.
I know that headset can kind of pinch your head a little bit, so I don't want you to feel pain prematurely. I want you to feel pain at the appropriate time.
I would hate to pinch my head.
I hate when my head is pinched.
That should be a ringtone. I hate when I pinch my head.
I hate when I pinch my head.
Yes, like that. I'm so heavily influenced from Shakespeare training. It's terrible.
I am heavily influenced in general, just by anyone.
I am heavy.
I give in to peer pressure very easily.
I'm just heavy. So I thought of something. I want to do an impression of the like staticky, noisy thing.
Yeah. When like you lose in the
Slender
game
Man,
or when Slender Man pops up.
When Slender Man pops up, like that staticky, noisy thing. Okay, so ready?
I'm ready.
You want to explain how I did that? Because it's really
it takes a lot of talent.
I took a deep breath, and then I just did.
I fucking squeaked.
Give ourselves a.
I would rather. I'd rather a hernia. I'd rather a hernia than watch this fucking movie. But that's kind of the point where we're at, right? This was actually the first commentary track I wanted to record for this show because in recent years, this was one of the most fun theater experiences I ever had because it was you, Tenron Otrin, my guest on this episode. Everyone, welcome him back. It's been too long. I mean, it's been like an episode because you were just in the Christmas special, but still, I need to record another story with you sometime soon.
It was pretty special.
We need to record something soon.
Well, I just want to say something. The new year. You know what my New Year's resolution is?
What's that?
It's like that whole thing when we were kids, like when I'd go like, what's on your shirt?
Oh, and then I look down and then touch my nose.
I scooped his nose, everyone. Yeah, I made him look down at his shirt. I flicked his nose really hard, too. So
I liked it.
I'm bringing that back next year.
That's what you're claiming.
Yes. Like, and it's so easy to convince somebody that there's something on them because nobody's been doing that trick for years at this point.
Well, you might have a problem.
What, COVID?
The idea of wearing a mask, not being able to boop anyone's nose, and then you accidentally poke them in the eye, and then
all right, cool. The trick evolves where it's not a flick of the nose; it's I just rip their mask off.
Right, and you cough
what's on your
them,
shirt?
And then you cough on them. You open their mouth and you cough into it.
Boom! Gotcha, bitch.
and then you spit on them.
Yes.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Fuck you! You got COVID now, bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There's something on your shirt, and then I just punch the other person in the face the minute they look down.
Yeah. Hey, what's on your shirt?
Kick them in the balls. Hey, there's something on your shoe there. Ball kick. That'd be good. Let's just
That's what I hope.
Pledge for 2022, right? Open pledge for 2022.
I am going to resolutely resolve that happens.
Commit assault.
Yes.
And also, never stop raging.
No way.
Rage 100% of the time, all the time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's why I was recently prescribed anger medication.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I've been on a benzo before. A benzo or two.
Abilify is mine.
Life is mine.
Dude, I'm just heavy.
I'm just heavy in general, man. I'm slender. I'm not. I wish I was, but this movie makes me wish I wasn't. Bringing it back. The
Wait, I'm so sorry. So now throughout the movie, if something like terrible happens, I'm just gonna go, dude, that was so slender.
That was super slender.
That was super slender.
That was super slender. I like it. And I remember watching this movie for the first time, right? We're sitting in the theater. There's an okay crowd. I would say a third. There were a bunch of people there.
I swear we were one of like 5 people there.
No, there were an entire row of teenagers was in front of us.
I forgot.
Because remember, the movie came out without like even previews saying it was out. It was just in theaters one day, and then it just left theaters like a week later. So I remember sitting in the theater with people like all around us, but we kept talking the entire time because no one around us gave a shit. Right? Like, people were audibly laughing at certain scenes, right?
Yes.
So there are just so many times where I turned to you and said something and we would just bust out laughing. And there were so many times Terry the Tickler or Harold Heavy Hands would just feign fright loudly, and people started to, like, laugh at them doing it. And it just, like, it was such a magical experience being one of the knuckleheads in the back of this movie going, oh, whenever something not scary would happen, and then people around you would laugh because they agree with you.
Yeah, no, everybody felt the same way about that. Sorry, this movie,
there's something about it. Like, I feel like this movie could be the next greatest, like, disaster comedy, you know, like this could be the Room of horror movies if people let it, because it is so misguided and so edited down and just murdered by the studio and the editing process that it's not even like a movie anymore. It's a series of moving images, like, that just line up next to each other. There are so many things in the previews that don't show up in this fucking movie that it should be a court case. Like, there should be, like, when those assholes, and I'm gonna call them assholes because they were sued 2K for not advertising Aliens Colonial Marines with in-game footage, and now that's the reason why when trailers show it says in-game footage in the corner or not. Because of that court case. They said this is false advertising. The trailer that you showed does not show this on any platform. You shopped us a lie. This movie should qualify under those regards, because I almost want to make a YouTube video just cutting down all the things that are in this movie versus not. Because even in like a 2-minute trailer, I bet your ass there are only like 30 seconds of what's actually in this movie. Mm-hmm. Because any of the snaps of the girl walking through the woods by herself, any of the snaps of the kids killing themselves, everything was taken out. Everything was butchered out of this movie because the studio got cold feet after they heard a little schizophrenic girl tried killing another girl in the name of Slender Man. Well, and then it was absolutely blown out of proportion over the next 2 years, which set this movie back and set this movie back and set this movie back already when the movie should have came out a decade prior. When we talk about one of the greatest disasters related to this movie is Slender Man was at its height in 2007, 2008. You make a Slender Man movie coming out in 2015 and it gets pushed back 3 fucking years and you still put it in theaters? Are you retarded? Just chalk it up to Venture's, you know, misguided and put it in a closet and never pay attention to it, or put it on the fucking back burner and release it 10 years later where at least you can still show everything in the movie. Because there were people who weren't going to play this in Wisconsin. There were entire theaters up in arms saying we're not going to play this fucking movie because of what happened here. And they're allowed to say that. But when a studio gives into that shit and ruins it for everyone, then you just wasted our time. You just wasted our movie. You wasted the potential that this flick had to be good at the door.
I feel bad for the actors and actresses.
Oh, shit, yeah. The director even. Oh my God, what a poor soul. I think he came out of his like editing gig. Like, he used to direct movies. I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong. This guy last directed in like early 2000s, and he stopped directing to go do other stuff in the industry. He came back to do this movie out of nowhere because the idea enticed him and he thought he could do something like this. So you get someone with relative interest who's at least talented enough to put a movie together, and then you actually butcher it in front of him like livestock.
Imagine like doing work on something that you enjoy, you're passionate about, and then years later it's touted as, you know, somebody else's product, because essentially that's the work of movie production and studios and whatnot.
And none of it matches exactly what you just put out.
Oh.
Hey, that just happened to David Ayer's Suicide Squad. That happened to Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep.
You know, we see this shit happen all the time on such a wide scale that this movie just kind of slipped away in the night. And we talked about it, you and I, and even Django and I talked about it because he was the first person I read Slender Man with on the show. And we covered, we did a short review of the documentary that HBO let out, the Beware the Slender Man documentary about the thing that took place in Wisconsin. And there's so much baggage. There's so much baggage attached to this product that it was a failure from the start. Sony didn't want this to happen. As soon as it was made, as soon as they looked at it, they were like, well, never mind, we don't actually want this. They tried giving it to Netflix. They tried giving it to at-home theater studios like HBO and Showtime, and no one wanted to touch it. No one would come near it.
But now that all of that has been said about how much of a disaster the movie is, it does, like you said, provide an opportunity to just shit on it and have a great time.
Well, because it is so bad, I do think it could be the next Room. I think because the disaster was so aligned, like because everything goes so wrong.
I haven't seen it since we saw it.
I haven't either. So because everything goes so wrong, production, export, theater, like filming, reviews, the timing, just everything comes together to make one of the worst things I've ever seen. And there's something so magical about that. And I really do mean that, because as someone who has written Slender Man fiction, there are and has surveyed Everyman Hybrid, Marble Hornets, almost every YouTube that dedicated time to making Slender Man content back in the early 2000s. I've seen it all. I know how to make this movie. And it wasn't hard, because you pretty much just do Blair Witch again in high school.
Yeah.
You have it be a high school. It could even be a film class. It could even be a bunch of kids fucking around after school as an after school program, and they just see something they're not supposed to see, and slowly it picks them off one by one, and no one around them fucking notices or cares, because that's how Slender Man operates. In fucking broad daylight, like It Follows. It could have been a first person movie shot handycam of It Follows.
That's
essentially.
that's a good shout out to It Follows. That's
because It Follows is the
same,
core of
like
Slender Man.
Same principle.
I'm gonna stand in the background and I'm gonna fucking watch you until you go insane. And when you do reach that point, you will do anything for me, which could be coming with me and disappearing for all eternity as I feast on your fucking soul, or doing my dark bidding. And both of those could have happened in the movie. And it could have been a quiet, indie kind of whisper core horror flick unlike any other thing that had ever come out in Hollywood before, because it would have touched on things like Blair Witch, but it would have been more like Chronicle, and it would have touched on things like It Follows, but it would have been campier like Hellraiser. Like there are aspects of it that were just, it would take from the best of so many things around it, because that's what Slender Man is as a character. He is all the worst internet fears combined into a single being. And it could have been just such an amazing product. And I stand by that, because I wrote what I would think would be a 10 to 20 minute treatment for what could be a pilot for a mini series or a show or a movie.
You know what's better?
And it can be so well crafted minimalistically. It is a minimalist's dream, Slender Man. Because less is more, baby. All you need are some good kid actors to be really fucking scared.
A better Slender Man movie was the YouTube video Slender Man is a Bad Roommate. You've seen, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do know. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's better. You know, like I have such a boner for Slender Man as a concept, because he comes from a generational fear of the other, a human, just biological fear of the else, the void. You know, like he's a singular representation of mysticism.
Yeah.
and fuckery. and there's so much to be said there, but at the same time you don't have to, because it just happens. It's as scary as missing child cases, really. Like when you look at statistics that say something up to like 150,000 kids go missing a year, you really start to like think to yourself like, holy shit, that is a nightmare and a half. And then you introduce something as fantastical as Slender Man, and it almost becomes believable. Like, Slender Man is a tulpa, right? We're going back to Beastology 101. Tulpas are creatures that exist solely off of the subconscious or even very conscious thought. They are willed into existence by a society's hive mind. You know? And how many people are afraid of the dark? How many people are afraid of that guy who's standing behind the tree who's been watching you for a half hour? Or the guy who's standing in the middle of the street staring at your house, you know, in the middle of the night? The guy who knocks on your door at 3 a.m. and just stands there and looks at you.
Everybody's scared of that.
Everyone is scared of that shit, because it's the other, quote unquote, the other, something that looks like us but isn't, taps into the reasons we as a human race go into like fucking reptile mode around aliens, quote unquote. You know, like if you were to see a tall gray, something in you becomes like more animal than ever when you try to get the fuck away from them or attack them with everything in you. You know, there's Slender Man. I don't know if you knew how much of a hard-on I had for Slender Man, but it's there.
I have a hard-on in general.
Yeah.
And directly correlated to the fact that I'm just very heavy. Don't joke.
That's so slender, dude.
Don't joke. That's so slender. Dude. That's so slender.
That's so slender, my dude.
So don't...
Stop trying to make slender work. It won't work.
It does. No, shut up. It does.
I was making a joke off
What's
of
on
fetch.
your shirt? What the hell? What's on your shirt?
Don't.
Boom!
Don't even. I didn't look down that time, folks. I didn't. I knew what he was going to do. I was going to look at you and I was going to be like, you know what this is. We just watched this movie. This is Sam. This is Trick or Treat.
Oh, yeah.
You piece of shit. Is there anything you want to say about Slender Man?
When I was like in high school, I watched Marble Hornets as like my first exposure to YouTube.
That's good.
And
That's a good first hit.
I was like in it when it was still, they were posting like in the 40s.
Well, they posted a lot of shit.
It was like by the end of some episodes.
By the end of their run, they had a lot of material on.
I want to go back and watch it all.
I tried to recently, and it's just too dated.
Yeah,
it's too dated.
Why?
It had to be there. Because there was an ARG aspect to it when it was coming out. Like, everyone felt like it was this fictional universe we can all tap into and have an opinion about. And as it was coming out, you know, being in the flip phone century of the first teenagers on the internet type of thing, it felt radical and spontaneous. But when you go back to watch it now, like 15 to 20 years after the fact, it's just dated. Maybe the dialogue is stilted.
It might
the
need
acting
more time.
The acting isn't as appealing. It feels stunted. It feels, I don't know. It feels campy.
It might need more time because you go back to horror classics like The Thing, and not even Kurt Russell's The Thing, but like the original,
the 50s,
and of course. It has value because of what it was.
Right.
You know, it was...
That had a solid story behind it, though.
Innovative.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what Marble Hornets and, like... Although, you know,
there is a fun story behind some Marble Hornets. I wouldn't say the entire thing is a beautiful, wonderful product. Which is why I'm saying, like, some of the good episodes, if you remembered some of the good logs, they probably have aged very well. But those ones, the ones I liked the most, didn't have a ton of talking and were super atmospheric.
Remember the ones in the hotel?
Oh.
And then it was not Alex, the other guy in the hotel, and it caught Slender Man in the hotel haunting over what's his name? I forget the name of the guy on Marble Hornets, but well, if you don't remember the
what hotel, I remember the most
there's also an abandoned
I remember the abandoned like city or series of buildings. But what I remember the most and what stuck with me the most were the nighttime recordings where you would just look out your window. Yeah. And you would see something under a light and it would disappear in like a second. Yeah. And I remember the quiet ones at night where he's just talking with a black screen and then like a light would come on in the background and he'd be like, "What was that?" And it would pan off and you would just see like a shadow move in the background. There were just I liked the minimal things where it was just about paying attention to what's in the background or paying attention to I didn't care about the exposition so much. I actually cared about the cinematography and the editing the most. Because I felt like that's where the actual horrifying aspect of it lied. I don't get into the mythology as hard. Like, if I were to tell you...
Well, like, that's not an erection.
Did you watch Everyman Hybrid? No. Did you ever get into them?
No.
I think they have a better narrative.
Has it aged well?
Probably not. But I think their narrative is better.
I should watch it.
Their narrative is more, we're a bunch of dookie kids after high school, just going around filming what we think is funny series of videos until it becomes... They like catch something and they try to follow it and it just like haunts them. It shows up in the background of like other videos on their channel.
Oh, okay.
And they don't see it and people try to get them to see it and there's this whole... That's what I mean by the ARG aspect of it. Like, Marble Hornets at its best was when episodes were coming out and the comment logs were filled with people saying, "Did you see that at timestamp?" And then, like, 30 comments later, it's like the creator of the thing getting in on it.
Is the YouTube channel still up?
Probably.
I haven't checked.
Probably. But I also remember, like, at that time, hopping on to, like, forums. Yeah. And talking about it. Early Reddit, you know? Like, whatever it was at that time. Chat rooms just dedicated to the shit. Maybe even Tumblr. I don't necessarily remember where I was at that time, but there were so many people that I got roped into it. I remember watching a lot of it with Terry the Tickler. he and I were pretty into that. Yeah, Slender Man holds a very sacred place in my heart because he made me scared again. When I was a little kid, I was so incensed by horror that, you know, I've told the story a million times. My dad would just try to show me new things to scare me. He would just be like, "Oh, you like this? Then let me show you this. Oh, you were scared by this? Let me show you something scarier." Like, he would just try to dial it up all the time to show me new shit until eventually I was old enough to just go and find shit by myself. And then I would come back to him and be like, "Have you seen this? Like, you need to see this." And I think Slender Man hit its peak when the game came out, which I want to say I remember having a party of people over in like 2010, 2011, and we were all drinking and passing bottles around, and one of us was sitting on the floor in the middle of the room in front of a big plasma screen TV, while the rest, like 10 of us, sat on couches behind them, and just a different person would walk up, sit down, and take the controls, and try to collect all 8 of the pages. That's when the movie needed to come out, man.
Yeah. That game was terrifying.
That game was fucking terrifying, and
goes to show how important light is. Because in that, there's no light except in your small radius.
I would say look no further than that game for everything that the movie needed to be. Just short little things about someone being lost somewhere, slowly getting followed by something that will inevitably consume them.
Blair Witch, like you said.
Yeah, Blair Witch is the best example because Blair Witch did it 20 years ahead of Slender Man. You know, that came out when I was like 6. I wasn't allowed to see that until I was in high school. And even then, I hated it.
I wasn't allowed to see any horror movie until
I was totally bored by Blair Witch the first time I saw it.
How old were you when you saw it?
I want to say 12, 13. Maybe.
Oh, shoot. I don't even know the first, like, horror movie I saw, because...
You had a very sheltered childhood.
Yeah, so I think one of my first exposures to... my first horror video game was Amnesia.
That's cool.
That was my first horror game
That's a very less is more type of game.
So, I must have been, like... 12, maybe?
That game also gives you a backbone for trying not to see what you're being hunted by and just focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Try to get out of whatever situation you're in before it even pops up.
I think, I don't remember which one, but Paranormal Activity was probably one of the first movies.
That's fair. That's around that time period. That's early to late 2000s. Digital horror in its prime. I'd say it started with like The Ring in like 99 and then, you know, moved forward to the early 2000 somethings.
It wasn't until this past Halloween I saw Poltergeist for the first time.
That's okay. Older stuff is harder for people to get into sometimes because even though that was a good movie and, you know, it has so many good names behind it, it was a smaller flick when it came out, you know. That one got popular because of word of mouth.
Dad? I'm right here, Dad. Can you see me?
No, baby girl. Follow my voice. Yeah, it's the father from Incredibles.
Yes, yeah.
And I want to say produced by Spielberg. I think Spielberg helped produce that flick, so he definitely sat in the background and told them how to do things. Yeah, that's a good one. But you know, we're all discovering good old horror flicks. I recommend everyone take a look at In Search of Darkness. It's a 2-part documentary series about some of the oldest horror films in existence, and then it just goes year by year, going up the charts, describing what was in that year, where new things started to emerge. You know,
that sounds cool.
It's a very fun documentary series. I want to say In Search of Darkness 1 is probably like 3.5 to 4 hours long, because it goes from, I want to say,
does it explore like how the genre sort of evolves?
in every way.
That's cool.
In every way. Slasher fix, creature features, the gore-tastic, the torture porn, you know, the sci-fi. It goes into literally every umbrella. And it's a really fun watch because they get actual people who directed these things and were in these things to come and talk about them on the documentary series. I believe In Search of Darkness 2 just came out, and I think it starts to go into the like 2000s and shit. So
for the record, I'll say that like the one movie I saw with my mom, because she showed me it when I was like a teenager or something. We watched it together. It was 30 Days of Dark.
30 Days of Night.
30 Days of Night. Is that it? Well,
30 Days of Night.
That's got to be one of my favorites. Like
that is a fantastic horror film.
Yeah.
It is a adaptation of a graphic novel. I believe David Slade directed it. Slade's a really good director.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites.
Really great cast, really good acting, really good bad guys. Vampires in Alaska, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who would have thought that the vampires would want to live in the most coldest, darkest places in the world that are still inhabited by people? It's a very great concept. Very fun concept. Yeah, I think I'm ready to jump into this.
I guess.
It's because I'm in a positive mood right now. So I feel like if I immediately took a shit on the floor,
Yeah.
I'd at least be able to laugh at it a little bit.
This is going to be, I mean, we're going to pretend that there are others in this room with us watching it.
You're allowed to.
So maybe we'll just get, we'll get scared. Wink, wink. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Did you guys see that?
Fucking God.
Did
dude.
you all just see that?
Oh, fuck.
People listening to this, did you see that? Oh my God. I just put my headphone on.
Is it pinching your head?
Ow. It hurts and it's scary.
Are you able to sit back, or are you relaxed? Is I guess what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, I'm
Right
relaxed.
question.
Dude, I ain't scared for shit.
All right.
You better watch yourself. Kith, like I must have scared them off with my manliness. Oh, Kith, you're so brave. Shh, they'll hear us.
Slender Man. All right. Let's do this. Or as I said before my friend's wedding, let's fuck this pig. All right, I'm clicking play now on whatever browser we are choosing to watch this on, because I know none of you own it. I'm seeing the shimmer of an O and the ding, and the ding of a Sony logo that is encroaching upon my space, and it is now in my zone. Clouds. Next logo is Screen Gems, a Sony company, because no one else wanted to get near this.
Nice.
Oh, and it won't go away. Oh, just faded. All right. Oh,
That's cool.
Mythology
that's like the Labyrinth.
Entertainment.
That's awesome.
Screen Gems presents
God.
a Mythology Entertainment and Madhouse Entertainment production. Derman. Oh no, that says Slender Man. Slender Man. Slender Man. Slender Man. Slender Man. They're congregating. They know too much.
COVID labor shortage. Nobody can even get these fucking carts and
Get out of my way.
back into the store.
That teacher was so angry.
Okay. That's
okay. That's pretty
ahead
good.
of its time, dude.
That's pretty good.
That's ahead of its
All
time.
right.
That's like Gen Z humor.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun being a lesbian, right?
That's why she disappears. Oh, spoiler.
Oh! It's so much fun being a lesbian.
It's difficult as me being a
Height.
person of male descent. I don't know how to relate right now. These are well, all you know what,
Seriously?
also,
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong with me is I was scared of girls in high school.
Let's definitely not get into that.
No, like I admired them. Like these girls, I would have been like, oh gosh, that's me right there, dude. Not the football. No. No, that guy, heavy. Gen Z
But he
humor.
pushes his glasses up. Really, I will fucking kill you.
Sorry. Okay. That's not me.
Oh, she's not a lesbian.
I was his friend though. That was me in high school.
Is she a lesbian?
No, it doesn't matter. We shouldn't
It
get
doesn't
into that
matter.
right now.
It actually doesn't matter. Girls are just that close naturally.
Dude, let's not get into that, please.
Do you let me play with your hair?
Well,
I
if you
could if I
if you
wanted to.
wanted to, I would say no. Like if you ask nicely, I guess I'd probably say no harder.
Right.
What?
Oh my god. She's pregnant. Probably kill herself. Kiss each other.
Okay. It's funny because that's what she did as a youth.
Lying to your siblings so they inevitably get stalked by Slender Man. Hey! Alright, Kimosabi. It's not funny to act like an anarchist. It's only funny to be an anarchist and not seek attention for it.
Plug in the church?
Gotta.
Gotta. Nice.
Gotta.
I just got that. I just got that.
You just got that. They need more door opening and closing scenes in this movie. There's
Okay.
already been like 4 of them.
They're gonna open a bedroom door soon.
Yeah. We just came in a door just now. Oh, and there's another doorway. And they're going in another doorway.
He just had a late night.
And that's another doorway. He had a meth night.
Oh shit.
It's-
POV.
Yeah, POV. They watching the Slender Man movie?
No, they're watching porn.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh shit.
Quite literally. I don't know. You could be the new Cheetah Girls.
That couch is disgusting. It's just like this mustard yellow.
I like it.
Why? That's great.
I think I threw up in my mouth.
They have got to be kidding me. Is it possible to watch porn for fun?
You don't?
What? Like, it's a tool. I mean, no?
It is a means to an end, certainly. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Listen to my
Yikes.
curved finger. Yeah. When do they get to the Rule 34?
Slender Man Rule 34 is something I've never journeyed onto. So.
You are such a fucking liar.
No, seriously, I've not journeyed into it. Or through it.
Oh, summon him. Yeah, let's all watch it together. Right now. I found it. Just
Why
a
aren't
couple
they
clicks on
going-
YouTube.
They're not going to Tom's house, though. Tom is going to
No,
summon
they're
him.
doing all of the summoning right now without Tom.
See, that's bullshit, because Tom was supposed to. They just said that, and they're skipping ahead.
They don't care about Tom and his flagrancies. It's also never been in any Slender Man anything.
We have to do this too, actually. We're summoning Slender Man as we watch the movie, so if you don't
None of this has anything to do with Slender Man. The Slender Man. Are you saying Slender Man walks around with a bunch of bells? Are you fucking high? When has Slender Man ever had to deal with noise?
Is that the bell?
There's a guy farting in the background. Guy just took a shit in a trombone. Look how scared of that fence she is. She trembled at that gate.
Uh-oh. Careful.
Tree branches.
There's the first bell.
It's Silent Hill. Oh shit, I'm not closing my eyes.
I forgot to as well. We're not...
It's because I'm watching a movie.
Dude, I swear to God, if there's a third bell, I'm gonna scream.
I'm gonna come.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Ooh.
Oh, look at that tree.
Do you see that, guys?
Look at that tree, dude.
Does everybody
Oh my
see
God,
this right
look at
now?
that tree. It had a Illuminati 666. You've been warned. There are eyes.
Okay.
And seizure warning.
Who thought that was cool?
You're trying to tell me Slender Man virally branded these girls' eyeballs? I hate it.
Katie, hello.
You alright over there? Katie? Step bro?
I really have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, that was fun. Aren't you glad that we did that?
She just puts that video back on.
She puts Dumb and Dumber on. Mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. It's what they're thinking about right now. Can't go to sleep because I'm still thinking of Jeff Daniels.
She's back on
Oh,
Pornhub.
Stop it. She's just looking at more Slender Man. Why isn't this movie about Tom and his friends in their garage?
It could have been.
It could have been. Bet you they had a fun time.
You think they did summon him?
Well, in the trailer, they show all of the guys stepping off the roof of the school and plummeting to their deaths.
Yes.
That is cut from this movie. Oh, we have dream sequence number 1. We just kind of wandered into it. Oh no, there's a shadow. There are trees in my belly.
This is a horror movie.
Oh,
I
the
forgot
twitching.
about that.
Twitching from the early 2000s. Oh, Melty Face.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah,
I've
seen that before.
Melty Face was a symptom of
1 week later. Oh, you've had Melty Face before?
Well, I've summoned Slender Man before. Yes,
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Oh. This was one of my favorite jokes that we told
The field trip?
during the movie when we watched it in theaters the first time. It's shot like a guy just found a camera and followed some kids around.
Followed his friends.
Yeah.
But
He's like, I'm gonna stand over here in this graveyard and I'm just gonna have a sweeping shot to the left.
Well, he's doing a really good job if
Yeah.
this is his first.
Well, now he is. Now he's doing a good job. Have you guys noticed that Katie is acting nothing like herself at all? Right, Katie? She's just sitting back there crying. Yeah, that video. 2 girls.
They're
one
not
cup.
even. They're not even talking about
They're not even talking.
Slender Man. They're talking about that Brazzers video. I watched.
that Pornhub. Katie? Yeah, I saw a cameraman. What good friends.
Wait, Katie. You have to hear what the guy has to say about what happened in 2004 in the cemetery.
No exposition for you.
Katie, hold on, please.
I wonder what she sees. Oh, that's all she sees. And she's real sad about it. I hate nature too.
What the hell is that? That shot? Why? Oh, for fuck's sake, I just remembered these clouds. Oh my god.
And how many times we zoom in on trees and the sky.
Yes, I am now remembering.
And uncomfortable close-ups.
Yes. Now,
Kaleidoscope vision.
now I remember this movie. Now I remember this movie.
Because remember, one of the jokes I really liked was
to prisoners.
And cut and scene and scene. That was the scene. Nope, the scene's over. Movie's moving along. We have to deal with it. You'll see, because nothing is going to be talked about. We're just going to find ourselves in the next scene at some point. See? Now they're on the bus. No one talked about it. The cops showed up and the kids are magically on the bus. And scene.
Okay.
Don't worry.
T. KT. Oh, like that's gonna do anything. Yeah, like walking in the woods with a flashlight's gonna do anything. Psh. What?
Well, you see, the scene just ended. We're in a new scene now. This is how movies work, Tenron. The scene ends and then you go to another scene.
That's so sad.
It's like we were right next to her and all of a sudden she was gone and no one is talking
And now
about
she
it.
won't hear about what happened to that cemetery in 2004.
She won't do any good in the history exam this week.
Dude, her little sister sounds older than her.
That's an adult woman.
They're both adult women.
That's an adult woman right there.
That woman is an adult. She's also
She
an
is
adult.
an adult.
Yeah, actually, for real, she's an adult.
She's actually an adult. I don't know.
The way she speaks is very mature.
All right, Mom.
Lizzie, you're a grown-ass woman. Do your homework. You are? We're not denying it.
Let's not go there.
Dude, the actress.
She has to. She has to come back.
I'll just post about it on Facebook. Yeah, I miss her so much. Backspace. Yeah, what a bitch. She's so stupid.
Good riddance. Don't worry, it's just Joey King. You're gonna be bait.
Lizzie, you're a grown-ass woman. Stay here. I mean, we haven't asked if Slender Man actually, like, drinks anything, so...
Yeah, he's just going in the fridge. Glass of milk. Before he consumes the souls of the young.
Oh, God, that's good.
Oh, my God.
It'd be so funny.
That was so scary.
It'd be, like, so weird and awkward if she farted right now.
I mean...
Wouldn't that be so weird and awkward, guys?
It'd be pretty funny, honestly.
She just takes
so
another
you better
step
not
and
be in here.
She just farts.
Whether it's a Slender Man or a murderer, they just laugh. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I heard something, too.
Did you hear that scary noise?
I heard the shadow move. Does that make sense when I say that? I heard the shadow move.
The shadow's moving.
She accidentally suffocates Lizzie.
Slender Man has uncomfortable knocking etiquette.
He would not do this.
You are correct. Oh, it's just my drunk friend, my friend's drunk dad. I do not know. All of this occult stuff.
Kill him. Kill him now.
Where is she?
I'll eat you. I will do it too.
I love when scenes don't have dialogue that I actually care about, and they instead muffle it out. But I did want to hear the sobbing.
I'm
so
glad he suffers. I'm so happy about that. At this point, everybody's like, Jesus Christ, we get it.
We get it. A Ginger's missing.
For Christ's sake, we get it. She's gone. People might be saying, well, that's a little insensitive, Tenron. What if you were missing? I probably would say I think people would, you know...
Oh, see, they chickened out.
I wouldn't blame anybody.
They chickened out from Slender summoning.
They did?
But they do it later.
I just thought of something. That's a really big missed opportunity for high schools. There's not like an occult club, you know?
There should absolutely be an occult club. I did too. I felt it in my bowels. Because of the internet video that made me poop my pants.
I don't understand characters in storytelling. Why do characters feel so compelled to just speak so definitively? That's, for fuck's sake, that's why she disappeared. For fuck's sake. You felt it.
By the way,
you felt it. I know you did. I know.
By the way, that school scene ended and it's just nighttime now. And we're just hanging out, still having the same conversation.
We're hanging out at Occult Club.
Still having the conversation they had 8 hours ago.
They're like, yeah, Katie's dad came over. He's really pissed about the occult shit she's into. He blamed us. Anyway, see you after Occult Club.
I will see you at Occult Club.
Gosh, I don't even know why he would blame us. Jesus.
Let's break into his house. It's not like he's home.
He's in jail.
Just kidding. Katie? Katie, is it you? They just leave a bunch of bottles in the candy cane trail.
I hate this movie. Oh, man.
She could bullshit her way into a 15-minute conversation with this guy.
Yeah, I
who
wonder.
Absolutely doesn't care about her or anything she has to say.
In retrospect, I actually now really hate this scene. And I hate this conversation. That's really sad.
You're right. They don't.
Oh, man.
This scene feels wrong.
It's uncomfortable.
It feels wrong. It's more scary than any other scene in this movie.
Well, yeah, considering what he did, how the fuck would that girl feel comfortable to do that?
Yeah, why did she sign up for that? I want to sign up for the break into the room
She
club.
was real quick to accept the responsibility.
Oh, I'll be the distraction.
Yeah.
She's just down there blowing him.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's okay. She's an adult woman.
Cut that out of the recording.
It's an adult woman.
It's an adult woman.
Look at all these fun pictures.
From Occult Club. First day.
I remember she drew these in Occult Club.
First day of Occult Club. That was the picture of all four of them.
Look at her holding hands with the tree. That's so nice. She want to be friends with tree.
Is that Slender Man lamp? See it?
It is, yeah. I see it everywhere I go. Because I made it at Occult Club.
What? Yeah. Yes. I think they have memory loss. They don't remember this Occult Club that they had.
Don't you remember the good times we had together in Occult Club? The real Occult Club here is the conversation between cut female character and freshly disappeared Katie.
But wait a minute.
No, that scene's over. You see, we moved on to a new scene.
So
don't be confused. This is how movies work.
I'm waiting to see. How did she get out of the house? How did she say goodbye to the father?
Well, you see, after a guy is blown for so long, they
disgusted.
Finish.
I feel nasty. What are you doing after this?
Step bro. Step Tenron.
This is so wrong.
We're children. We're children.
What the hell?
We're children.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, do you see this?
Something's wrong with the video.
The circle helps point it out.
Something just happened. Trenton?
New Jersey is really scary. Oh, Collegeville, PA. Shout out. Oh, I love this clip. Remember? I am Slender Man. He's like making fun of it. See, he's having a laugh. And then he's very scared. See, you could tell he's scared because he's saying, I'm so scared.
Yeah, but a kid like this, frankly.
Oh, God. And then he got taken by a bush. You remember that? It was a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, Alley Cat. I was very scared.
They're talking about a cult club.
Did you record your club? I mean, this really is the occult club. Oh, I love this video too. Remember this one? I'm gonna walk through the woods alone at night.
Selfie stick.
You remember this one?
Yeah, the
This is a
decision
good
making of a person.
This is one of my favorites, actually. Oh no, what is that? I am scared. Let me decide to cut now.
It's like the girls are in nursing school. They're watching a video of what happens to a person when they hyperventilate.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Do you see the shadow of my erect penis growing in the background?
Cut. Next scene.
Cut.
Thank you.
Next scene. More clouds.
Fog. Insert.
How many cloud cuts do you think we've seen so far?
3? 4?
I think it's more than that.
Oh, really? More than 4?
I think it's in between every scene, honestly.
Oh, I feel nauseous.
That's the best effect of Slender Man. Nausea. The next is heartburn.
You're right,
And the
we
last
did
one
the
is
ritual, too.
indigestion.
Dude, how did she say goodbye to Katie's father? That's what I want to know. Why was that cut for the movie?
She swallowed.
He goes, "You want to come in?"
She wiped her chin after swallowing.
She goes, "That
and
would be
She said,
great."
"I'll see you next week."
Dude, I don't want to talk about oral.
For a cult club.
Dude, that's just so...
I don't want to talk about oral.
I'd rather talk about
What is
occult,
up?
Dude.
This is one of those scenes where in the background they have something way too obvious and it's all I think about whenever they cut back to this shot. Oh, they cut it out. Never mind. I was talking about the stop sign.
Yeah. Of course. Of course she
What
is.
was the joke for... Oh, stop. What was the joke from Avengers Infinity War? We fry your kebab. We will deep fry your kebab. Scarlet Witch is trying to have a very interesting emotional conversation with Vision right before he gets stabbed in Europe. And she's leaning against a light, and the light is focused out on a sign that says, I will deep fry your kebab.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's good. Go back and watch that. It really enhances the scene. Oh, and we changed scene. It's the next day already. Nothing comes of that conversation. Yep, we saw. Uh-huh. You know what? If kids were to step off of the top of that school, they probably wouldn't die. It's done.
Again, with the definitive talk. She knows everything.
Joey King is all ultimates. Everything is 10 out of 10.
Like your sister.
Like your sister, right?
Like your little sister that you love.
So, here's one of my favorite discussions about this movie. Notice how Joey King is acting the shit out of this scene.
They did what?
And notice how wooden these other two girls are this entire scene.
She's just like, yeah, well.
If Joey King is the best actress in this movie, you have a fucking problem. And she's not even the main character. It's this plank of wood over here that she's talking to. This one. Her name should just be Wood. Hello, Wood.
Hello, Cap.
Oh, scene changed. Scene ended.
We have to try. All right, they agreed.
They really look like they care.
That is true. I do forget that. Jesus, the acting is bad.
Oh, it's very bad. I bet we're not even halfway through the movie yet.
They must have had real long days of shoot, and then they just used all the late takes.
Outtakes.
Yeah.
The guy thought he would pull a Kubrick. He would make them very tired from redoing every scene in this movie, and then he took the last shot where they just didn't care anymore.
Yeah. It was the most natural.
It was the most natural performance.
The most real.
Because teenage girls actually wouldn't give a shit. It's the most authentic portrayal. You think these girls are afraid of trees? What, are you queer? You think Slender Man gives a fuck about what you care about? Unless you're killing a fucking cat on this altar, he doesn't give a fuck. You're gonna sacrifice a mug?
That's a lot better than that fucking mug.
It's a lot better than the mug, but it's still something you could fucking photocopy. No one fucking cares. And you guys don't even, like, set him on fire or anything?
Really? What kind of underhanded jealous comment was that?
Yeah.
When clearly you had to convince them to come out there to do this stupid ass bullshit ritual.
Are you guys gonna light this shit on fire yet?
Surprised you didn't bring one of your trophies.
Surprised you didn't bring your fucking dildo.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's something I truly care about. Alright, I'll tell you right now, if there's no blood involved, Slender Man definitely doesn't give a fuck. I smashed a mug, Slender Man. You better give me my friend back. That is the logic involved here. If they had to collect 8 notes around these woods, I'd believe that,
dude,
more than the smashing of a mug.
This movie is about to get so good.
I fucking hate this.
This movie's about to get so fucking cool.
Oh my god. Have we talked about the black chick yet? She literally in every scene looks like she would rather be somewhere else. And I can't blame her. Ew, no, gay.
She reminds me of she kind of reminds me of me, where you're like the professional union, actor, the SAG actor.
Yeah.
And they're just like they're non-union, and it's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It's been a tough one.
And she's just tired of working with them. They keep getting notes. Okay, girls.
Joey King just won't shut the fuck up.
When we shoot this scene again, I need you.
Oh, did you get that? She said, keep your blindfolds on, and the black girl immediately picked up her blindfold and looked behind her. What a fucking idiot.
She's gonna die.
Well, they all die. At least the movie gets that right. Spoilers. They all die.
Dude, that bell was from a cult club.
You dumb bitch. Oh, hi. Chloe.
Chloe, that's her name.
Chloe.
First time I think we heard it. No, wait, we did hear it before.
Oh, no, we heard it. I just don't care.
Chloe. Okay, I'm gonna get super scared soon, I think.
Oh, you almost touched her.
I forgot how much I hated this movie.
You know what would have been better if she just disappeared?
Yeah, we didn't need that at all.
But instead they find this, like, soulless version of her, right? Where you think there's going to be something related to her. And then the movie just drops her. She just doesn't matter. There's going to be, like, one scene later where we're gonna say that, like, this is it. This is all we get. Oh, it was so scary. I was so scared.
Kiss each other, please. Make sure you're real.
My real friend would kiss me right now. I hear ominous creaking. That must be Chloe. She creaks.
Occult club sucks, dude.
I wish I was in a different club. Like athletic club. Because then at least I know how to run. Yep. She sacrificed it to Slender Man. Chloe's just high.
I just saw Katie's dad. Okay?
Where is he? Shh. No, you didn't. Shut up. She gets really defensive whenever they mention Katie's dad. For some reason.
Well,
so Chloe just like...
So much for getting
She
Katie
was so
back.
sick of their shit, she just walked off into the forest and smoked a little bit. And now for the clouds. And now for the rest of the movie, she's just going to be high as fuck.
Oh, we really should start this movie over and do a count of how many clouds.
This is an uncomfortable close-up. You remember that scene? You remember when we filmed that scene? I'm going to go ahead and say it's been like 6 or 7 clouds.
That's how we measured time passing.
Yeah.
It's been 7 clouds
7
since
clouds
Katie's
since Katie's disappearance. And there was 1 cloud before her disappearance. Maybe even 2. Yes, I am okay.
That's what sisters are for, I guess.
Go away, you're underdeveloped.
Is that like a slight on the fact that she's younger?
Both. Yeah.
Oh. And as a character.
I'm so high right now. I'm going to take a nap. I love Carly Rae Jepsen. Yes. Who's fucking around with my phone audio?
It's Katie's dad.
Slender Man, is that you? God damn it.
Oh my god, Katie's dad IM'd me.
Katie's dad is calling me right now. He's watching my house. I knew he cared. I knew I should have switched the roles with Joey King.
Katie's dad is Slender Man.
That's so slender, dude.
I hate this.
I hate this. That's exactly why we're doing it, Tenron. I'm coming into your house now. Because this is something Slender Man would do, right?
I have a copy of the screenplay.
He would show you exactly how he's coming into your house.
I have a copy of the screenplay. It reads, Katie's dad, a.k.a. Slender Man, enters the house through the red door. He walks...
Panning shot through the living room, specifically heading towards the upstairs steps and towards Chloe's bedroom. Chloe stares on, unamused.
Katie's dad walks silently up the steps. No,
Slowly approaching.
Yeah, each time it says Katie's dad, it's just Katie's dad, a.k.a. Slender Man.
Katie is okay with all of this. She has done nothing but breathe slightly faster since this started.
It's Fun Bucket from Solar Opposites.
Y'all ready for this? Oh, I'm gonna shit.
Chloe's room is actually kind of cute. It looks homey. Or should I say homely? A renowned samurai from Japan, homely.
Homely. Hello, I am homely. Oh, it's the shot of my dick again. It casts a wide berth. Yeah. Oh.
Captain, do you see that?
Looks like we got a big
Does
old
anybody
man.
else in this room see that right now?
I like the stuff where he's just like right behind you and he's not really.
I'm not sure what to make of it.
That's my favorite. Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh my god.
Don't you hate
Oh
when
my
you're
god.
getting choked by Katie's dad?
Dude, she's got pipes. She's got pipes on her. She can scream.
Finally, she acts. Clouds.
Shit, clouds. Leaves.
Leaves.
Fucking Christ.
Gotta love the branches.
More leaves.
Oh, out of focus, in focus. I know how to work a camera.
Paper. It's another form of trees and leaves.
Fuck, you're right. What's the answer to number 2? Shut the fuck up and do your test.
They should kiss right now.
She's fine.
Why does he care about Chloe? He's actually into Chloe.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now because of Occult Club.
Misdirection.
We just didn't see what happened in Occult Club. They missed the scenes.
Yeah, the scenes just keep on moving. Are you okay? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point.
Hey. We'll bang, okay?
Hey.
We'll bang, okay?
We'll bang, okay. And just walks away. I kinda, with, I was thinking maybe, but you were thinking if that, maybe you want to see my Slender Man.
Yeah.
What'd you just say? Did you just ask me if I wanted to see your Slender Man? Yeah, I actually did.
That's Slender, dude.
Hey.
Uh-oh. He's scary.
Oh no. He was playing soccer. He's a scary guy. Okay.
I finally figured out what this movie really is. It's actually quite ingenious. This is all just a dramatic representation of Plato's allegory of the cave.
Of course it is.
So
everything is the other, therefore the enemy.
The children are coming to terms with the great unknown.
With reality.
And they need to take a step outside of the cave to understand that there's so much more than the shadows bouncing around the wall lit by the flames.
There's so much more than just Katie's dad.
Yeah. Katie's dad?
Oh.
There's so much more than Katie's dad. He offers...
Oh, it's the...
Yep.
It's the original image by Victor, what's his stick?
That's like actually the best part of this movie.
That they used actual creepypasta images?
Yeah.
No, not Shadow People. He has a name, you idiot. You literally know what he is.
What?
The Hondon. It's a naked Slender Man. Give me your face. That's my favorite one. Oh, that's fun. Always got to bring back the Pied Piper.
I don't know about the Pied Piper.
One of the original creeps. You don't know the myth of the Pied Piper?
I actually do not, yeah. We can talk about it later, though, after the movie.
No, I care less about what's actually going on in the movie. during this very intense Googling.
But Katie's dad.
The Googling. Very quickly.
Pied Piper?
A town has a problem with rats. Mice. They're eating all the crops. They're ruining all the homes. They're spreading disease and whatnot. You know, it's Black Plague times. They hear of a guy who will come into town and get rid of all of them. And all that they have to do is pay him. And they promise him everything. They say, yeah, come into town, get rid of our plague, rats, and we'll give you whatever you want. So he comes into town and he plays his little pipe, and all the rats follow him out of town, and he tells them to go away. And they spread off elsewhere into the world. The town is so happy that they either forget to pay him, or the king is taking responsibility for it and just says fuck off to this lonely man who says basically okay, I'll leave for sure, that's fine. And as he's leaving, or it's overnight, as he's leaving the town, he plays the pipe and lures out all of the children instead and leaves with them.
Holy shit.
It's just the ultimate,
Yeah.
You get what you asked for, You fucked me, I fuck you.
Kind of it reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin, but
it is. It's very similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar. It's very similar to Rumpelstiltskin. You used me, and my revenge is taking something you care about. Because I saved you, and you act like I don't exist. You remember when Slender Man worked in the library?
That wasn't Slender Man?
No, that was Slender Man, but he's gonna show up and put some books away pretty soon. The library closed 4 hours ago, and this girl is just still here.
The phone just farted.
Slender Man's the nighttime librarian. He's just cleaning up, putting the chairs on the tables.
Hello, friend.
Isn't there a scene where Slender Man runs in this scene?
No, please God, don't make...
Doesn't he walk very fast in one of these scenes, and it looks really funny?
He walks?
Yeah. They show him in movement a bunch in this movie. He was already walking behind Chloe when he took her. I'm pretty sure there's a scene of him walking very abruptly towards... Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
He's so casual.
Wow. You know what, though? Okay, let me take a step back.
He's got some swagger.
Let me admit that, you know what? They did attempt to do something interesting with this scene in the library.
Well, this scene feels like a part of the video game.
Yeah, that's why.
Everywhere
that's why
you look,
compelling.
every negative space that you turn to gets consumed. What in the Doctor Strange fuck just happened? What in the Inception dolly zoom is fucking happening? Did you slip something into my drink?
She asks Katie's father.
Yes, Katie's father says. What? Huh?
Dude,
I wish I could make those
that's
noises.
straight up Voldemort.
That is very Voldemort.
Harry Potter.
Why's he got nails? Oh, they finally fixed Joey King's performance. All of her problems are her face. She'd be much better in Wish Upon if she didn't have a face. Miss, are you on
this
drugs?
This whole time she's like spinning around screaming in the library.
In the middle of the library.
And that librarian was still pushing books around until they collided.
Must be into a really good
Miss,
book.
are you all right?
I remember the first time I read Dune. Just go back 10 years.
Harkonnen, no!
Just go back 10 years to be in a library just going, Spies! The spies! Shit.
I loved Dune, by the way.
I love the proof. Oh, it was very good. It's the proof. Yeah, the proof. Look at the proof. It's a cult club. We need to make it a cult club.
She can't read. She forgot. Listen to me.
He
I
took
remember
my ability
to
to read.
I passed the test.
He took my face.
Look, we got problems with the mental, and then we have another issue with when the math is not up, and Katie's dad. Whoa, stop. Katie's dad. Yeah, Katie's dad is Slender Man, and the math, the paranormal, and the mental, and Katie and her dad, and they drink alcohol together. And
what if the Scooby-Doo gang showed up at the end and took the mask off of Slender Man, and it was Katie's dad?
Yeah,
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Yeah, she's been great. I have track. I love that. Your friends are dying all around you and you care about track. Sorry, I can't help you. I care about track.
she's a terrible,
at least she's learning how to
friend.
run. She'll need to know later.
True. Yeah. What happened to track? This isn't track.
I ran all the way here, huh? I love this scene. This scene is so good. You remember this scene?
No, I don't.
They see Chloe acting all high and shit in her bedroom.
Yes.
And then they say, she's fine, and they walk away, and you never see her again for the rest of the movie. Don't you remember?
I thought...
See? Chloe is on some serious shit.
That is the scariest thing that this movie has produced.
Chloe is on salvia. She is on cloud fucking 9 right now.
Oh, man.
Pretty soon she's gonna piss her pants.
Now I remember.
And that's it. You don't see Chloe for the rest of the movie.
I remember the trailer. The trailer where she kills herself.
Oh yeah, she's supposed to take the what do they call it? The compass, the old school math compass.
Yeah, the sextant.
And stab herself in the eye. Yep, and they cut it because of course they did. Yeah, all right. All right.
She's actually saying alt-right.
Fuck.
Alt-right? Don't you say alt-right. Nothing is alt-right.
Lead with that.
Alt-right or thousands of disappearances?
I'm saying all the things she's saying right now should have been the plot point from the beginning of the movie. Yeah, do you ever think of that? Do you think he gets off to talking about a slender dude? Yeah, in real life. He'll be your prom date. Katie's dad would understand. Knocks on his door. Can I come in?
Oh, Ren. Get the hell out of here. Go to Katie's father. Because he's Slender Man.
At least he listens. Am I a person? Am I real? Oh my god, what if she went to prom as Slender Man? She like paints her face white, puts on a suit, dances around. Oh shit.
I'll tell you what, track is one hell of a drug.
Who wants to smoke weed when you have track? Track cocaine. She called him Abercrombie Tom.
Yes.
How dated. Does Abercrombie even exist?
Oh, it exists. It's
Oh jeez. Well, now I just sound old. Well, bang okay.
it's well dang okay.
My mom's at a cult club? Is that what you said? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Well, tell me, Tom, how much is your mortgage payment? Is it a fixed interest rate, too? I don't think so. You don't pay the bills, this isn't your house, and you have parents still, okay? So I'm going home.
Let's consult the chat logs.
Chris Hansen comes out.
Tom,
what are you doing here?
So
you came to have sex with a teenage boy?
What if Slender Man was the host? What's his name?
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen. What if Slender Man says, "Let me stop you right there, teens." Just comes out of a closet.
You think it's okay to have unprotected sex?
Let me sit between you two. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
You know what's hotter than all of your friends disappearing and going mad?
Abercrombie Tom.
Premarital sex. Dry humping. Oh, wait, doesn't she start screaming?
Yes. Yep.
Because she's making out with Slender Man?
No, because shit gets real in a second, dude.
It's her period?
Like I said, track is one hell of a drug.
She's on her period? Oh!
Dude.
How could I fall? I forgot that this happened.
You forgot about that?
Whoa!
Track is one hell of a drug.
I didn't remember that. Holy shit. She is surprisingly okay with what just happened.
Yeah, could you actually imagine that happening in front of your eyes? His head shaking back and forth like that?
Some Evil Dead early 2000s Ringu bullshit. Oh my god. I would have stabbed him in the heart with a knife. I'd be in jail.
And I'll say it a fourth time. Track is one hell of a drug.
Quit track, kids. Don't do track. Dare.
Look.
To be different.
What did you say? Dare to be different?
Yeah. Don't do track. It's just a video. Tom, Tom, you're trying to prove a point when someone's already gone missing, someone else is insane, and someone else is freaking the fuck out and fucking your friend's dad. Don't watch the video, Tom. And then the throwaway line in 15 minutes, he goes, by the way, I watched the video. As soon as you left, my boner hurt, so instead I watched the video.
I don't even need to say it. Everyone knows this, finally, long overdue, is Occult Club.
This is the scene.
Occult and the alchemic properties of mankind.
Except, look, Chloe is not here because we refilmed this without her. I love Occult Club.
Hell yeah.
I look so edgy and tired and full of shit because I watched that boner killing video last night.
I wish she would just...
She's just whispering into a microphone. It looks like he's been groped.
By Katie's father.
By Katie's father.
This is a good scene for teachers. They can, like, get a glimpse at, you know, what is going on in their students' lives. And how they don't have a goddamn clue.
Scene's over. You can't talk about it anymore.
No cloud shot, though, between scenes. Except...
We had a wonderful car drive shot.
And there was technically...
You have to help us! How do you make him go away? Please! Ha! Fuck you, bitch. Fucking poser.
Shuts laptop.
It's because there's an entire plot line related to that other character, and it doesn't exist anymore. Isn't this, Can
you tell me...
I think I remember this scene.
What's the technique they just used to spin the camera around like that? And can you tell me if it was a good idea?
I'm gonna say, I told you, and now it's too late. Yeah, this is the scene. I remember this one. And yeah, sometimes when directors and cinematographers are bored with their own movie, they'll just spice it up a little bit by spinning the camera around in a fun direction. And maybe it'll add some... It's like adding some salt to the scene, you know?
Yeah,
spice it up a little bit.
Some sort of spice, yeah.
You know, we could just film her straight on. Panning close-up. But, you know, it'd be real zesty. Circular pan out.
Uh-oh.
Don't you remember this scene?
Wait, is this her sister?
No. It's Jodie King. Oh, no, I think that's Katie.
It's her best friend, Katie. Who's her best friend?
She is my best friend, and I asked her if she was okay, and when she lied and was very obvious about it, I walked away from her, and then she went missing.
I hate her now.
Oh, man.
Catty?
Catai? Oh, Katie. Oh, Katie.
Why did you come out of there, Katie?
Let's put a handy cam on her body
cold.
and have her walk through some trees.
These trees are hurting me, Katie.
Oh, darn Katie.
Oh, boy.
Hello.
I have seen too many images of Slender Man now.
Here's my next one. This next one's my favorite when he just pokes around the corner right here. I got a good line for it. What was the math homework? Oh, what a weird dream.
I would have loved to have her just have vomited on the camera. Right there.
I would have preferred anything from what we just got. Ugh. Don't you hate when you throw up an early 2000s CGI effect?
Track is one hell of a drug.
She's doing that track again, man. She's addicted to track.
She didn't even...
Are they implying that Slender Man makes you pregnant? Because there's something really fucked up about that.
That is fucked up and, like, not enjoyable at all.
Slender Man definitely doesn't take you away so he can fuck you. She's acting. She's acting really well.
That's the best performance of the movie.
Lizzie, wake up. Lizzie, our parents aren't characters in this movie. I know you thought they were, but... Oh, the tests were negative. She should be fine. Yeah.
Negative for what? An aneurysm?
Track.
Negative for track.
She tested negative for track. Hey, Tom. Oh my god. Wait, is that Tom? The Tom?
Tom.
Who built MySpace? Oh my god. It's Tom.
How did we not realize that the first time?
When he was touched by Katie's dad, he made MySpace. Look at this bitch type. She's retarded.
She worked where I work. She'd have been fired.
Did you hear that loud noise when that folder closed?
I love how they all look at her. Dude, they're all judging her for doing track.
They can see her track marks.
What the hell's wrong with you? You're gonna joke about track? Like that? That's disgusting. No, this bitch does track.
Oh, there it is. I like that. What the fuck is wrong with this hospital? Dad, we told you not to take her to Spooky Central. But it's...
Why did you...
Why did they have to admit her to Spooky? They could have admitted her to any other hospital, but of course, Dad had the cheap insurance plan.
Oh, it's Weenie Hut General.
Weenie Hut General. Hello, I'm Dr. Slenderman. Your daughter tested negative for track. It's just Bill Nye the Science Guy. Someone's just like chewing lettuce in the background very loudly. Ma'am, you're in the wrong room. Stop shaking the corpses.
Oh no. Oh my god. Track takes another victim.
Nope, she's fine. Just having a good old joke.
Good old joke.
Just having a good old time. See, that looks like fun.
My brain is stopping working right now.
My brain is stopping working right now. All right, I'm getting sick of it. When does Joey King get eaten by a tree? I specifically remember that happening, and it hasn't happened yet. What is happening? Whoever... What? What is happening? Oh, it's the gate. You alright? Honey, she's on track again.
Have you tried that track again?
Stop shaking your sister. She's trying to rest.
I swear to God, if you try that track shit again, I'm gonna fucking take your track and do it all myself. I'm gonna fucking do your track. 'Cause I'm your fucking father.
Oh, Katie's dad. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna take your track and go fuck Katie's dad.
I hope you noticed they were trying to look at the clouds just then. But there
was
a ceiling in the way. So the best we got was lights from a foot away.
Director's like, can we get these ceilings out of the way,
He's like, let's
please?
shoot the clouds. Sir, this is an interior shot. Let's shoot the clouds. I want
Somebody get this intern off the set.
panning cloud shot. She's doing that thing again. He has no face. Yep, he has no face. Yep.
That mom doesn't even give a shit.
Nope.
Look at her. Look at her. She's like, Did you see the mom? She's not even
my
worried.
daughter is yelling.
She's not even
Another one
worried.
just went into the ICU, and wow, this is a lot to process right now.
Her mom gave her daughter the side eye.
And the dad was doing like a kind of hug shake.
Yes.
He was like,
he's like not even worried.
he's like telling her to calm down, but he's like barely has a hand on her. Oh, I remember this twist. I liked this twist when we saw it in the theater.
You know how stupid that
Joey
is?
King is doing some masky fucking Slender Man bidding?
Why would she incriminate herself? Turning the camera around on herself.
'Cause it's a plot point.
I'm just gonna say it without prejudice, but with complete prejudice.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes out of somebody being named Ren.
No. What is it, Footloose? Nope, nothing good.
Think about Ren and Stimpy.
Yep. So, this is the scene where Joey King gets eaten by a tree. I remember that much. And the video was her attempt at still trying to get them out of their nonverbal eyesight agreement with Slender Man. And it doesn't work. Obviously.
I miss Chloe.
Chloe was the heart of this film. She did salvia and chose to not be a part of the rest of the movie. By all means, she's the smartest one here.
Nobody locks their doors.
Where does this take place? Canada?
Is it just me? Like, I lock my door everywhere.
Every single door they've checked has been unlocked this entire movie. No wonder why she's the president of a cult club.
You think this is bad, dude? You should step into my room where I have all my fucking Lego sacrificial altars.
I thought you were going to say all the Rule 34, just pictured, printed out all over your walls.
That too, but I mean...
The Legos are more important.
Well, I have, like, occult, ritualistic altars set up, performing goat sacrifices to the gods.
There she is, Alley Cat. Therefore cut from this movie. Yeah, because her hospital records would have her username from AIM. Are you fucking kidding me? Allison Riley has been admitted to the hospital under the claims that her username is AlleyCat93. We need to immediately sedate her. Ren, you're gonna get eaten by a tree.
Slender Man would not want this.
Totally not.
He needs you alive.
Remember when you waited to pull your friend into the window?
Katie's dad, aka Slender Man, would not want you to do this.
Yeah. Duh. God, this movie's so stupid.
You tried dealing track.
It bites back.
And the Pied Piper will come piding.
What'd you just try to say?
I said, and the Pied Piper will come piding.
Piding. Are we doing the thing again? God damn it. This wasn't a good idea the first time. Why are you doing it again?
Why does Slenderman have a camera?
Why do you... That's the best part, actually, is that he's actually videotaping this and sending it to them. Remember when you thought a door could exist between you and Slenderman in a factual reality? That ought to keep him out. It's a door. Oh.
Yeah, watch the camera. I mean... Okay.
He's doing the mummy. Here it comes. Yes!
Run!
Remember when we thought something more was going to come of this?
Wait a minute.
And then...
Where's the body?
And then nothing. Nope. It was eaten by a tree, remember?
That's poltergeist.
Yeah.
That's straight up poltergeist right there.
It very much is. But apparently Slender Man has tree powers. For some reason, they treat Slender Man's tentacles like roots, and they treat his fingers like little branches and shit. Like, no. Slender Man's not a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Preach, brother.
God damn it. Oh, is that first one?
The gate! I forgot about the gate.
Do you remember how scared Katie was of that gate? It was an unspoken terror. And honestly...
Honestly,
I
dude?
finna nut right now.
Honestly, bro?
Honestly,
Same, but I miss the cloud shots.
If I had it my way, we would have had at least 4 more cloud shots by now.
We would have done so much better with this film.
This film. Easily. Oh, you know what they say happens when you enter the gate. You enter his realm.
The gate of Slenderithia.
His realm. No track can save you now. Hey, just go into the kitchen. You want anything? Stop doing dolly zooms. You besmirch their good name. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Do you see how, like, not scared of him she is?
Ew.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, yeah, that he turns into a fucking tree, right? I thought you said take me.
Yeah.
Why are you running away? Come back. No, wait. Please. I thought you said I could take you. Don't you love his spidery legs?
Why she does track, though. This is why she does it.
Don't you remember when Slender Man had spidery legs?
Thank God she doesn't have asthma.
Thank God she already told him that he could take her. Because permission is everything nowadays.
Thank God for inhaler. Thank God for albuterol.
Thank God for consent. Thank God for a deep jittering within the trees. Oh, it's the tree.
Can you believe we're near the end?
Can you believe this is the end? Remember how it ends?
I thought for
she
some
gets
reason...
eaten by a tree. Because that's how Slender Man works. Because remember, Slender Man's a tree. I love it. I love the ending of this.
Dude, that's straight up like Ents, you know? These are trees from Fangorn.
Remember? She gets absorbed by the tree. And then she's in my tree world. I love that noise.
And I'm going to say it for a 6th time. Track is one hell of a drug.
That it is.
The trees had voices of their own. They were my friends.
Slender Man is a tree. The best way for this movie to end would be for him to also claim the little sister.
She switches between Allie and Hallie. Allie. Hallie.
Joel Osment. Hallie Joel Osment was in a film called Sixth Sense, which is much better than this movie.
She said Hallie. It isn't Allie.
It is Allie. Shut up. Why are you narrating? Who are you? Shut up. Right. Yep. Right.
Did you just call your sister messed up, young lady?
You know. I do know.
Oh my good
Jesus Lord Almighty. Oh. That was a shot of a branch up close in nature. Victor Surge, that was his name. God. I started getting a ringing in my ears. No. It's fear itself. Clouds.
Dude, my arm hurts from this movie. Jerking you off was not fun.
Editor Jake York, everyone. Editor Jake York. Oh, Joey King was the lead actress in this movie. Yeah, let it end all right. Am I right?
Julia Goldani Tillis? Jazz Sinclair?
Wait a sec. I thought they were playing Lux Eterna for a second. I was gonna shit.
What's Lux Eterna?
The trailer song for Lord of the Rings Return of the King, I think. Oh, the song from that art house flick with Jared Leto about doing drugs. What was that movie called?
Well, it's called Track.
I did set you up for that.
Okay, well, we just spent time doing that.
Oh, the lead actress paid for this movie was Joey King.
What do you mean paid for it?
She was lead. She was number one billed. Joey King.
She got paid. Oh, you said she paid for it.
I don't know if you know how movies work, Tenron, but these people got paid.
Well, you said she paid for this. I must have.
Her career certainly did.
that's exactly. Yep. She paid an ultimate price.
Oh, I hope everyone enjoyed watching that with us. We definitely talked over the entire thing. But let me remind you, that movie doesn't have a plot, and the dialogue doesn't matter. So I hope you enjoyed laughing along with us, and also being just as confused.
I think we made it compelling. We probably actually ruined the experience of watching that movie.
We ruined the entire movie, but it's already ruined, so how much more ruin can ruin get?
I mean, we enhanced it by... I had the most continuity out of everything tonight. I mean, it was Track and Katie's dad. Those are the two overarching themes.
Isn't it interesting that neither Katie's dad nor Chloe come back? I think you can argue that they ran off together.
Well, yeah. I mean,
obviously.
Katie's dad, a.k.a. Slender Man.
A.k.a. Slender Man. Right.
That's in the screenplay. Every time his name is mentioned, it's a.k.a. Slender Man as well.
Yeah.
Katie's dad.
I don't know if you remember from the original trailer, they show Slender Man take off his face, and it's Katie's dad.
Yeah.
And he looks at the audience and says, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
That's how that's the first trailer ended that way.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But they cut it. They cut the scene from the movie, though, because it was...
expensive.
I was going to say offensive, but you know, it's whatever, man. It's Whatever Man. Whatever Man. Coming to theaters in 2021.
It's a better name for it. Or Track.
Oh, look at all these names. Look at all these people who got paid to do something in this movie. Visual effects by Digicore VFX. Shout out to Digicore. They went bankrupt.
What happened to the Abercrombie Tom?
So, like I said, in cut from the trailer is him walking off the roof of the school, and I think head first landing on the parking lot cement. Why did they... Yeah, they cut it.
Yeah, they cut out all the good stuff.
They cut out all the good stuff because it was too sadistic. It was too sadistic to do to kids. Even though there have been, 5 Final Destination movies that show people dying in multiple ways. You couldn't just have a bunch of kids kill themselves. It wouldn't have been good.
This is not...
A day as a cat.
Perhaps this is insensitive, but this is I'm actually being serious with this question.
Yeah.
But do you think that there will one day ever be some string of movies like of the horror genre that involve like school shootings?
So there have been a couple, actually. A couple little scenes. I know that American Horror Story was one of the first ones to do it.
Wow.
They did it in the somewhere in the last 10 years. It might have been 2013. They did an entire scene. It's how Evan Peters' character is introduced. He shot up his entire school and killed himself. It was very reminiscent of those kids who put on leather jackets and shot up their school. What one was that?
I forget. Yeah,
it was so long ago. The first school shooters that are notoriously known. Yeah. Thank you, Sony. Thank you, Screen Gems, a Sony production company. You made my night. Oh.
Yeah, fuck me, I guess.
And Tenron Otrin, everyone.
Happy New Year.
The movie is over. I hope everyone enjoyed sitting with us. You can now move on with your lives and go do something else. Some of you may have even listened to this without watching the movie, and that's fine too. You really don't need to watch it because it's awful. So, to everyone who did actually bootleg a copy, because I know you didn't pay for it, and sit back and watch this with us, I want to thank you personally for wasting your time. You're free to go and do something more interesting now with your life and your loved ones. But as Tenron would say,
track is one hell of a drug.
Don't do track. Any other final words, Tenron Otrin?
Just, Rule 34. That's it. That's the final word.
That's it. That's the hentai aspect of the tentacles.
What's on your shirt?
Oh!
I wait till the day's end when the moon is high, a little rise with the tide with the lust for life out. A massive army, I will harness a horde, and then we'll live across the land until we stand at the shore. I'll wait till day's end when the moon is high, and then I rise with the tide with the lust for life out. A massive army, I will harness a horde, and then we'll live across the land until we stand at the shore.